Ross Becker. Pat O'Brien is on vacation. Some 17,000 Riverside businesses and residents are getting phone service back tonight following a shooting rampage. Pacific Bell Switching Center. Backup equipment started to arrive from San Diego about 3 hours ago and has already brought phone service back to a majority of those affected. Now, Channel 2's Dave Lopez has been following the story all day, and he brings us this live report now from inside the phone center. David.
Right, we're live in the switching center where you can see the bullet holes have not been replaced in the glass, but directly over my shoulder, you can see the myriad of wires. Each one of those wires is connected somewhere. You see the gentleman working behind it. And that is the troubleshooting spot. That feeds the computer, telling the computer where the problems are. Hard to believe, but each one of those wires does connect somewhere. Very limited phone service. I'm going to take a quick little walk over here to show you the computer that has been put in now. This is, all these lights indicate that there is some kind of service. And Gary, go ahead and switch the camera over to those gentlemen working over there. That is a computer that they're hoping can do the job. It is not as powerful, not as big as the computer that was shot out, but hopefully it'll do the job. The room looks vastly different than this morning, because early this morning, that's when the nightmare began. It ended peacefully. 47-year-old Tony Apodaca surrendered to Riverside Police just after 8 o'clock this morning, but not until he had spent 5 hours firing nearly 100 rounds of ammunition into expensive and high-tech telephone switching equipment. The second floor of the Pac Bell Riverside building was left a mess. Broken glass, dangling wires, smashed computer boxes, all peppered by blasts from a 12-gauge shotgun and handgun that Apodaca fired at will. It looked like random firing of a madman, but his former boss said Apodaca knew exactly what he was doing.
What he did was no accident. He knew what he was doing.
Oh, no, absolutely not. No, that is the brains of the machine. Without that, as you can see, nothing works.
The ordeal began just before 3 o'clock this morning. A security guard refused to let Apodaca in the building. That's when Apodaca took a shotgun and fired a blast right through that door, and the security guard changed his mind. Apodaca took 3 hostages with him upstairs to the second floor in the computer room. One of the hostages he let go. The other 2 escaped. All the while, Apodaca was firing at random, complaining out loud how the phone company had taken away some of his benefits.
We know he was unhappy with the benefits he received, and his demands throughout the morning centered solely around getting in touch with somebody in authority. I think big wheel was the words he used.
He wanted to get a hold of the big wheel.
That's right.
Back live now, you see the flashing lights. That's a good sign. As long as those lights keep flashing and the clicking behind me keeps clicking, there's some kind of phone service as we keep on panning down. There's about 14 men here feverishly working, hoping that the computer will do the job all night. They won't know that until in the morning. But at least for now, if you're in these prefixes, 781, 788, 787, and 369 in Riverside, you should get some kind of service. It may take 2 or 3 times, but they're doing the best they can. As you can see, they're working around the clock. I'm Dave Lopez reporting live from the computer switching room at Pac Bell in Riverside.
All right, David, thank you.